Flower Bandits breaking news, coming at you live with the most exciting and up-to-date eco news of the week. Hello and welcome to Flower Bandits Eco News. I'm your host, the Flower Bandit. Today is Tuesday, June 7th, 2022, and let's find out what's been happening around the world regarding the world this week. First up this week, America's first electric fire truck joins the Los Angeles Fire Department. The Rosenbauer RTX fire truck is the first fully operational electric fire truck in the United States and fourth in the world. Built by Austrian firm Rosenbauer, the RTX has two electric motors, one driving each axle, producing 360 kilowatts peak performance and 260 kilowatt continuous, which is equivalent to 490 horsepower and 350 horsepower. They're powered by a 132 kilowatt battery pack that also powers the truck's firefighting accessories. The truck is currently being used in Los Angeles, and another truck has been ordered for the nearby city of Rancho Cucamonga. According to the truck's builders, quote, "Purely electric and therefore emission-free short-range operations are not a problem," end quote. For longer firefighting responsibilities, the truck has a diesel-powered range extender on board to recharge its batteries or power a water pump when required. So this means that the truck is mainly electric powered, but it does have a fail-safe. If the battery runs out or something happens, there's a diesel-powered backup that can power both the truck and all of the accessories like the water pump in order to put out fires. At the truck's unveiling, City of Los Angeles Fire Chief Kristen Crowley said, quote, "We are beaming with pride to be able to add this fire engine to our fleet. This electric engine has many benefits, and first and foremost, it will reduce noise, and when we talk about our firefighter health and overall well-being, it'll reduce and bring basically to nothing the diesel emissions," end quote. This is a great first step in moving forward and becoming more eco-friendly in our municipalities. It's a really exciting option for the fire trucks, and I can't wait to see how it works out. And also exciting that they've already ordered a second one for Rancho Cucamonga. I hope they work out and this trend continues and spreads all across the United States, because it is a great alternative to the diesel power trucks that we currently have. Next up, Biden's EPA to restore power of states and tribes to block pipelines. In a move that will reverse a rule from the former Trump administration, the Biden administration is prepared to again allow states and tribes to block energy projects like pipelines and coal terminals that could pollute local waterways. Since 1972, the Clean Water Act has allowed states and tribes to review federal project permits and veto facilities that threaten rivers, streams, and other waterways. However, the Trump administration reversed this ability in 2020, minimizing states' and tribes' abilities to deny project permits based on environmental reasons. Quote, "For 50 years, the Clean Water Act has protected water resources that are essential to thriving communities, vibrant ecosystems, and sustainable economic growth," end quote. U.S. Environmental Protection Agency Administrator Michael S. Reagan said in a statement. I think he said it perfectly. The Clean Water Act has been a great protector of our waterways since 1972, and blocking the states and tribes from protecting their lands and waterways is a big mistake. And I think Biden's reversal of this is a great step forward in making sure that our waterways are protected, not only for humans, but also for the surrounding environments. Critics of the updated rule say it could increase already high gas prices, but experts say it won't impact gas prices at all. Quote, "Keeping the Trump rule in place is not going to keep gas prices low, and removing the Trump rule is not going to raise gas prices," end quote, said Richard Revesz, a professor of environmental law at New York University. The law is expected to be finalized next year, keeping the Trump administration rule intact until then. The rule will be open to public comment for a 60-day period starting the day it is published in the Federal Register. This reversal and reenacting of the rights of states and tribes to protect their waterways from harmful projects like the pipeline proposed is vitally important to the environment. This not only protects the habitats and the environment, but also the thriving communities of many people. On a bit of a lighter note, how building a bee hotel could protect your local pollinators. May 20th was World Bee Day, initiated by the UN in 2018 to bring awareness to the importance of these hardworking and incredibly essential pollinators. This year had some frightening statistics about the reduction of pollinators and other insects around the world. Now, we must look at what we can do to help. There are many options for people living in both rural and urban areas. To start, reducing the use of pesticides and herbicides in farming and our own home gardens will allow pollinators to make a comeback. The next thing we can do is create biodiverse habitats in our backyards. Piggybacking on last month's No Mow May, by letting the natural wildflowers grow and create a more natural habitat in even a small portion of your yard can make a big difference. Even planting specifically native plants is great because those plants will thrive, already being adapted to the climate you live in. Now, if you're looking to go a little further on protecting your native pollinators, especially bees, you can consider buying or making a bee hotel. What is a bee hotel? In short, a bee hotel is a man-made construction that provides important habitats for solitary bees that can help to make up for our overly tidy yards and gardens. To understand how and why they work, we need to know a little bit more about solitary bees. With more than 20,000 bee species around the world, you'd be surprised to learn that most of them do not live like the honeybee we are most familiar with. In fact, most of them are actually solitary bees, ones that live on their own and don't produce honey. They are extremely important to pollination, especially of specific native flowers. Solitary bees are not aggressive and cannot sting. These bees live and work on their own, and when they go to lay their eggs, they would normally use dead trees, sticks, reeds, or other hollow yet closed-off spaces where they can seal off their offspring with food provisions to last until they are ready to emerge as adults, usually in spring. A bee hotel can be an important replacement for habitats in places where these kinds of habitats get removed or disturbed, preventing the offspring from making it to adulthood, which happens often in urban areas. You can make a bee hotel with items that you probably have already laying around your house. You will need tubes of natural materials like cardboard or bamboo, that means no plastic, that are about 6 inches deep, long enough for the mother bee and the eggs to fit in with the food provisions, untreated wood, and of course a place to put it. To create a bee hotel, you have to create a solid back, attach the tubes, and then add on a roof to keep the tunnel entrances dry. Once you've created the hotel, make sure you mount it in a spot where it is stable and won't be affected by the wind, and preferably near a wildflower patch if possible. These bee hotels are a great way to make up for the urban area that you live in, or just help out the pollinators in your area even if you live in the suburbs. Those are all the stories I have for you this week. Let me know in the comments down below if you've made a bee hotel or if you're thinking of making one after watching this video. I'd love to hear about your experience with them, especially if you live in an urban area. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I come out with new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and sometimes Saturdays. So I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!